A new way for anyone to get thousands of tokens, Rec Room is coming to Android and a brand new video contest. Hello everybody, I am BillehBawb from BVR and welcome back to Rec Room Weekly, the only show that is only weekly, only sometimes. Not only do we have everything I just mentioned in the intro, but we've also got a brand new patch to go over, so let's do that first. This patch doesn't have too much to go over. Some of the more minor things are fixes and improvements to seats and the new config menu they added a while back, but there is one major thing that I would like to go over. You can now change the size and offset of textures of the materials on objects. And if that made basically no sense to you, let me try and explain better. When you draw an object with a material, it automatically applies the texture of that material to the object depending on how big it is and stuff. But sometimes this looks bad. What if you want the texture to be more zoomed in or more zoomed out to give it a more grainy look? Well, now if you configure an object while in edit mode on that object, you can change the size of the texture to make it bigger or smaller, just like this. And on top of that, you can change the offset on all three axes. So if you want a specific part of the texture to be on a specific part of your object, you can do that now. This is a really good change in my opinion. Now we can just do textures ourselves instead of needing to rely on Rec Room's default scaling. Along with these changes to materials, they've added a brand new shape in the Maker Pen palette, and it is the diamond. This is a really jagged shape that's supposed to be more helpful with mountains and terrain. And keeping up with the theme of terrain, they have added two brand new materials as well, grass and rock. And that's about it for this patch. Basically, most of the changes just make it easier for materials to be used with terrain along with the new shape. Oh yeah, also, I feel like I have to mention with this update, there's some pretty weird bugs. Most of you aren't gonna have access to this, but people with the desktop sharing screen accidentally got access to the punching dummy and the vending machine. In case you don't know, the admins have a lot more things in their palette that most people don't have access to, like the punching bag and the vending machine and like the Jumbotron versions of the laser tag items. But this update, they accidentally gave people with the desktop sharing screen access to the punching bag. And yeah, this is literally it. It's the same as the dude in your dorm and the rec center. You can kind of knock him around. Sadly, they had the foresight to make you not able to save rooms or save this guy as an invention, so after they patch this bug, no one's gonna have access to him anymore. But for now, you can temporarily spawn him in rooms, and you can just spawn, like, a bunch of these guys. Yeah, there they go. And I'd also like to mention, please do not email Rec Room asking for permission for the desktop sharing screen just to get access to these things they accidentally added to people with the desktop sharing screen. And if you don't even know what I'm talking about or what a desktop sharing screen is or why only certain people have access to these, then just don't worry about it. You're not going to get access to it. By the time you do get access to it, potentially they're going to have patched this bug, so you're not going to have access to it. Also, before we move into the next thing, I've got a small little thing I want to show you all. In my last video, I talked about some potential updates that could be coming to hair. And this includes giving hair kind of bounciness around the ends and maybe adding some different kinds of hair dye that only do certain parts of the hair. And this was all talked about somewhat recently in an interview that the developers did. Well, there's a GIF that I had seen before that I actually kind of forgot about, and I forgot to put in the video that showcases what these changes could look like. Here is the GIF. This was found in an update blog quite a while ago, so this does not coincide with the hair changes that they've said they were making recently. I believe what happened is that they were working on the changes that are shown in this GIF, and then they paused them for a while, and they're starting work on them again now, which is why they talked about it in that interview. So because this GIF was created in a different time from what they're talking about now, do not take it as concrete evidence as to what's being added to the game. However, what they teased and what they talked about in that interview kind of lines up with what this GIF shows, so I do believe this could be an accurate representation of the kind of ideas we'll be getting, just like better updates to hair in general with more hair dye options and bounciness, I guess. Just wanted to show you all that. If you want to hear more about the future of Rec Room, check out my last episode of Rec Room Weekly, because we talked about a whole bunch of other stuff there as well. Alright, now with all the update stuff out of the way, let's talk about events. The big one being, of course, the brand new video contest. This is the 4th video contest, and the theme is YouTube recreation. So the goal is to take a video on YouTube and then recreate that in Rec Room. The video has to be between 1 and 3 minutes, and there's going to be 20 winning teams with a maximum of 5 people on each. And of course, the reward is another recolored video contest shirt, and this time it is purple. In case you don't know, I did participate in the last video contest, and, you know, I was one of the winners. So I think it's very likely I'm going to participate in this one as well. This contest ends in about 2 weeks on July 9th, so you've still got plenty of time to make a video. So good luck to anyone planning on entering, and I hope to see you at the after party. I mean, assuming I make it to the after party too. I guess I hope we see each other at the after party, you know? And we've got one more big event happening right now that can make you thousands of tokens, even if you aren't a creator. This is the biggest opportunity I've ever seen for non-creators to earn a ton of tokens, so listen up. This event is the Friend Fest, and it's basically a way that you can invite your friends to Rec Room and you get tokens for every friend that you invite. If you invite a friend to Rec Room and they use your invite code and then verify their phone number, you will both get 5,000 tokens. And this goes up to 10 people, so if you convince 10 of your friends to join Rec Room with your invite code, you will be seeing 5,000 tokens for every one of those friends that joins individually, and they'll all get 5,000 tokens once they join as well. You can also get some rewards and bonus tokens based on the amount of people you've invited, as shown in this graph here. So if you invite 10 people, you can get up to 61,000 tokens. There's more to this event, and if you want to partake, it's kind of important that you know all the rules, like you have to verify your phone number and stuff. So if you're interested, click the link in the description and read all the rules and check out everything there. It runs until July 5th, so you've got about a week around the time you're seeing this. Make sure to check it out if you're interested. And the final event that was just announced is that Rec Room is coming to Android. We don't have too much information on this yet. Like when Rec Room came to Xbox, there was a special promotional room and item, and we don't know if we're going to be getting an item in room for Android yet. All we really know is that it's coming to Android, but if enough people pre-register to hit certain milestones, all of those people who pre-registered will get these special items. So if you've got an Android device, it doesn't hurt. Check out the link in the description to pre-register and help everybody get some of these rewards, because I want these freaking butterfly wings. Personally, I was starting to believe that Rec Room just wasn't coming to Android, because they've had a mobile build of the game for like a year or two now since it came out on iOS. And you think once you have a perfectly working mobile build of the game that's been working fine on iOS for a few months, you'd then start to put it out on Android, but no, they just kind of kept waiting, and at that point I was like, well, they might not be doing it, but I guess here we are. Alright, and with that, let's get into this week's weekly rotation of items. Well, kind of. Honestly, I'm thinking about cutting the weekly rotation segment from Rec Room Weekly. Coming up, I'm starting to think about doing some changes to Rec Room Weekly, like changing the name and cutting the weekly rotation segment and stuff like that. Obviously, if the Rec Center items added since the last episode are really cool, I'll talk about them in the video, but for just like normal items, like most weeks don't have anything super remarkable. And also at this point, I think most people already look to other sources to find the weekly rotation, and I'm more just here to like say news and stuff, which I'm fine with, so I might just cut the weekly rotation. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. But for now, here's the image that shows the weekly rotation stuff. This is literally in the Rec Room Discord. So the weekly skin is the shield, the challenges you can do to get it are here, and the Rec Center items are the Apocalypse set. So yeah, let me know what you think about cutting the weekly rotation segment in the comments. Like if you really don't want it to go, then let me know, because pretty much all I've heard so far is people being fine with it going. So if you have a differing opinion, please tell me. Anyways, that's gonna be about it for this week of Rec Room news. Again, there may be some changes coming, like a name change. I might be getting a new summer studio, who knows, but we'll get there when we get there. For now, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, that was so ominous. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. You know, if you enjoyed it, there's a subscribe button right there, but, you know, no pressure. Also, I think there's a video you'll enjoy right here, so click on that if you'd like to, and that's about it. See you next time.